All right, sir. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I'm Lieutenant Christian Steele with the Estill Springs Fire Department.
Gotcha. And we're all here today. You guys are being honored, multiple departments, agencies, law enforcement, fire, for a very, high profile, high risk fire that you guys just made the attack on. If you wouldn't mind, in your own words, just sort of tell everybody what happened from start to finish as best you can.
Yes, sir. So upon arrival, we did have heavy fire showing from the back side of the structure. We did wait. We had an engine coming. I was first on scene in my personal vehicle. We did have reports of one female patient still inside the structure. When the first two engine arrived, me and one other firefighter from Capitol Hill, Richard Axe, made entry into a door that led from the carport into the kitchen. We did have one relative on scene that gave us an idea of where the patient would be located. We made our way into the structure and located the patient. We determined due to the conditions in the structure that it was going to be easiest to remove the patient through a window that was in the bedroom. Two other firefighters, both from Deckard Fire Department, firefighter Taylor Pereira and firefighter Craig Martin, were able to make their way to us and assist with the removal of the patient. We were able to remove that patient through that window. There were three other firefighters out on the back porch, along with two of the county deputies. We were able to make the way out of the window with the patient, successfully remove them. They were turned into EMS care. We made our way out of the structure and then proceeded to continue with suppression effort.
Gotcha. That's an amazing story. And folks that don't know, you're wearing an SCBA, an air pack, right? You're dragging a heavy hose, or you're with someone who is. How was the visibility when you first went into that house?
So zero visibility. We were as low as to the floor as we could be. Charcoal black smoke. It was very difficult to see right in front of you. We relied directly on training and instincts
Gotcha.
to get us to where we did. Once we located her, it took a minute to figure out which way she was positioned on the floor,
right,
due to the absolute zero visibility.
Got it. And that's something that most folks can't understand. They can't wrap their head around that. But essentially, it's like taking black tape and taping up your face mask, because you can have a really bright flashlight and shine it and really not see much of anything.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are going by feel. You're listening. How did you feel when you first realized, okay, we found someone and they're in this stuff and we've got to get them out?
So for us, it was a small victory. It was a moment of success in our own heads because we had did exactly what we needed to do. We had made our way in. We had a rough location and we located her. That was the first small victory. That was exactly what we needed to do. And from then on, we knew what we needed to do to get her out. It was just making the effort to happen. And we were able to get her out. It took instincts, it took training, it took multiple people.
Gotcha. So big team effort from numerous agencies and departments. If you would, just briefly, you don't have to list everybody, but who were some of those departments that responded to help and agencies?
So for the departments, we had our automatic departments that come to us, which was us, Deckard Fire Department, Capitol Hill Fire Department, Winchester Fire Department, and North Franklin County Fire Department. We also made the call for Tullahoma Fire Department to come and assist us. They were a very big assistance. About halfway through the fire, we had a lot of guys that were starting to get worn out. Tullahoma Fire Department was able to come in and help pick up that slack and give our guys a breather.
Gotcha. Because once you get that individual out of the house fire, you still have to attack the house fire. And then after that, salvage and overhaul, and it's, folks can't understand, it's extremely strenuous work.
Yes, sir.
And it takes a while. So, and I'm assuming you and you know the three other firefighters that initially and then afterwards made contact with that patient, got her out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how exhausted were you by the time you finally got out and you know you were able to get that air pack off and take a breath?
So it was very physically exhausting. I think I can speak for all four of us that were in it, though. We never really got to take that first initial breather until later in the incident. We were able to come out, have a quick breath, and then it was right back to work.
Gotcha.
That's what we trained to do. We got one job done, and the overall job was still there. So we still have more work to do, and that's what we tasked.
Okay. All right. Cool. And what would you say to all the folks out there who do not have any working smoke detectors in their home?
I would 100% get smoke alarms. We were very lucky. They were very fortunate. They did have smoke alarms in the home. The smoke alarms did sound. They were aware of what was going on. this is one of those situations where if this happens in the middle of the night or something, or somebody's asleep and you don't have working smoke alarms, this could be an incident that someone finds themselves in. It's a very dangerous, it's a very time-sensitive incident, and I would 100% get smoke alarms if you don't have them.
Gotcha. And I'll cover this later, but there are ways that if you can't afford it, you'll get them through the county, through various fire departments, and in many cases, the firefighters will even come out and install it for you.
Yes, sir. Contact your local fire department. We do have a program that's funded by the state of Tennessee where you can get smoke alarms through your local fire department. We do come out, we install them ourselves. They are free of charge. You just contact your local fire department.
All right, you cannot lose with that.
No, sir. No, they have a built-in 10-year battery. They're 10-year smoke alarms. We come up, we install them, and then once you hit your 10-year life cycle, you give us a call back and we'll come up and put in more.
Gotcha. And we can't get into the patient confidentiality stuff, but to the best of your understanding, do you have any word on how that individual that you rescued from that fire is doing now?
I can factually say that firefighter Axe that made the initial contact with me was able to visit the patient in the hospital while visiting another relative of his, and actually spoke with her. He put me on the phone, and we have got to speak to the female patient that we were able to get out of the structure. To our knowledge, she is trying to make a recovery. We hope the best for her. She does have an uphill battle ahead of her, but we look forward to hopefully hearing good things.
Gotcha. And in closing, what would you say to anybody out there? They might be 18, they might be 48, and they may be thinking, wow, I wish I could help my community. I wish I could volunteer my time. What would you say to someone who's maybe thinking about trying to join up with their local volunteer fire department?
Come give it a shot. We're still putting on new people. We've just put on several new people now. And as we told the guys when they come on, this may or may not be for you. It's something worth giving a shot, and you'll know in time. But get out and try it. It's definitely something. It's a very rewarding career as far as for self and knowing that you're making a difference in the community and able to help them. But get out and give it a shot. There's nothing holding you back. We have people that come on that love it. We have people that come on that say, hey, this ain't for me, or step back to their normal lives, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Awesome. And anything you'd like to say or add that we didn't cover?
No, sir. Again, just a very big thank you to the departments and the individuals that were able to assist with this, and overall as a whole, the ones that weren't named as far as the officers that were on scene, the sheriff's office that provided water and whatnot for us when we needed it. It took a full group effort, and it couldn't have been done without everybody that was there.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.